beautiful souls. I am still in bed, so you're not going to see my face this morning. But I just did a really deep meditation, and Spirit gave me a message, and I wanted to share it with you. So, whether you're aware of it or not, what is happening at the moment is that we are about to begin some new emotional beginnings. If you have watched my videos and my channelings up until this point, Spirit, we're really encouraging everybody to release the old. So that's people, places, things, beliefs, thoughts, habits, addictions, all that. So you can replace them with new things. And that doesn't mean that you do it on a physical sense. It could be if you feel aligned to do so and comfortable and it's empowering to you. But it's about doing it emotionally. It's about doing it vibrationally. It's about doing it energetically. And this is where a lot of people struggle. You know, they struggle because there's just a lack of knowing how to do that, what to do, trying to calm that conscious mind down. You know, the little brain inside your head that's really only there to keep your body alive. A lot of people do struggle to tap into their spiritual self. So that's what's happening at the moment. From the feedback I got on my video yesterday, a lot of people are in alignment with me because we are doing a massive cleanup and a big shift in our physical environments to make way for the new, maybe material possessions even, that are coming in for you. But the main thing at the moment is that we are all about to start a brand new emotional beginning. And it's really important that you define for yourself what this new emotional beginning feels like for you. When it comes to law of attraction, I always mentor my clients and say, you know, the only time you want anything in this life is because of the feeling that you'll have from having it. So it's really important to tap into the feeling of something first. It's like living it like you have it already. A lot of people are still seeing it in the 3D sense, where it's very, what's the word for it? It's very like in the physical, you know what I mean? Anyway, and like I say, guys, bear with me because I'm trying to learn how to explain this properly in a coachy kind of way. Anyway, so yeah. So if you are struggling right now, I wanted to come on and give you a bit of a tidbit because this is what I'm doing myself. It's very hard. I am a recovering people pleaser, and being a very strong empath, my natural instinct is to kick in and save people, help them, you know, show unconditioned to them and forgiveness and all that sort of stuff. But I'm even having to create boundaries in that area also. So the quickest way I can sort of give you a bit of a heads up on what you can do in the current energies, because we are coming into more emotionally rewarding times. If you don't really know, if you're sitting there in your truth and honesty and you don't know what you want right now, number one, remember that you only want something because of the feeling of it. And B, detach yourself from the physical representation or the physical things that you are wanting to manifest in your life. It's about tapping into the emotional self. So there's a lot of people that can sit there and they can do a vision board and they can put on a house, a pet, a lover, a new car, overseas holiday. They can do all that sort of stuff. And to the mind's eye, it looks very, very appealing and stuff like that. But when they really tap into self, into their belief system, and which your belief system's only created by your thoughts and their emotional self, 9 times out of 10, if people are really present and mindful, they'll realize that they look at all these things and go, that's not possible. How's that going to happen? I'm not lovable. I can't be rich. My family's not rich. You know, money doesn't grow on trees. All these little false belief systems that you don't really, you know, bring to your own awareness as to what's pinching yourself off and what you're lacking. It's a counterintuitive sort of process. So in the current energies, I want to share maybe 1 or 2 real life spiritual practices that I do each and every day, because at the end of the day, I choose to want better for myself. I choose to feel better. And if there's anything around me that's really upsetting my nervous system, I I use these processes to really soothe that and put me in a better vibrational space to attract in what it is that I do want. So the number one thing that you can try right now, the number one thing you can try to do is, you've got to find peace with where you are. I think I get told I'm dangerous all the time because I just say it is what it is. It is what it is. It's either teaching me something or it's shifting my perspective to focus on something more intensely. And you need to sort of navigate that for yourself. But what I tend to do is, because I do work from a higher vibration, more the 5D, where I only live and breathe for what's my own highest good and for the highest good of all. I love everybody where they are, regardless of what they've done or what they're doing or whatever. I write to help you release, especially people. I'm getting a lot of clients this week that are releasing karmic ties and bonds and all that sort of stuff. So I'll touch on that because it could be you as well. But, it's about shifting your perspective into nothing's going wrong, that everything's going right, that this is trying to show you something or teach you something. It's not meant to hurt or hinder you. It's not meant to keep you stuck. It's not meant to keep you stagnant. It's not what happens to you. It's what you do with it. So what I personally do is, because I love everyone where they are, I choose to sit down and focus on all the good parts, especially when it comes to people. So if you know what you don't want in a person, just say you're coming out of a toxic relationship and you want better for yourself and you deserve better, but you're sort of stuck in the emotional contrast of that. Take that higher spiritual perspective and write a thank you letter to these people. These can be your ex-family, these can be friends, these can be lovers, these can be workmates, these can be anyone that you've had a co-creative experience with and have had an impact on the life of each other in some way. This process actually leads into forgiveness as well, but like I say, it's a journey, so one thing at a time. But I choose to sit there and write a thank you letter to these people. I choose, for my highest good, because it makes me feel better, because I'm a higher vibrational being, I choose, instead of looking at everything they've done wrong or the abuse they've done to me or anything like that, I choose to write down the opposite. Whether it's, geez, you had really nice eyes, or I love how you showed up for me when no one else did. I love how you, eat your apple. Let that come up. I love how you just held space. Like it doesn't really matter. Even if you really love their toenails, who gives a rip? It's about choosing that higher perspective and looking at that person in the better light, because you were attracted to them or aligned with them for a particular reason at that time. This is how we learn our lessons. So if you were to go on a bit of a rampage, instead of saying, oh, dipshit, or that bitch, or that narcissist, or blah, 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 all that energy that just gets you wound up, and, then it affects your physical self, and it's just like, does your own head in. Instead of doing that to yourself from this moment forth, tap into the emotion of what made you feel good about that connection. Because what you're actually doing is that you're finding peace with that connection. You're actually energetically and vibrationally releasing that energy from your space, because you're replacing it with better feelings and better thoughts. And you keep doing that consecutively and be very disciplined on that, and do it for your own highest good and the highest good of all. You will, in the coming week, month, 10 months, 10 years, whatever, you will manifest the better version of that co-creative partnership that you had in the past. I hope that makes sense. The reason why people get stuck is because we're so used to needing things in our present reality. So whether this is the material possession, the person, the rendezvous, the actual specifics, people give up before that actually has the potential to gain a momentum and come in for you. So if you really want to do yourself a favor at the moment, and if it's got to do with partnerships and people, come from that high perspective. Come from that high perspective and write them a thank you letter, and go on rampages of appreciation about them, rather than still try your egos and your emotional self is so hurt you still want to run them in the ground because you want them to feel how you feel. It's self-sabotaging, and it's not a nice vibration to be in. The same will go with a car. The same can go with work and job opportunities. If you've been in a really stagnant career for a very long time, you'll find your conscious self will wake up and you'll go, oh, here comes another day. Oh, I bet he's going to piss me off today. Oh, all the workload's going to be thrown on me. Oh, I'm not getting paid my worth. You know, and you tell that story, you're manifesting more of that into your experience. Even if you applied for a new job and you got that new job, it may start off really nice and shiny and bright and new and, oh, yay, you know, manifested a new job, this is great. But you'll find over linear time, the same experience, you'll have the same experiences, but it'll all be in a different costume. And that's not what we want for you. So you can still do, if it's not got to do with people or partnerships or connections, if it's got to do with your work, you know, jump into that wonderful money mindset. You know, how much are you earning a week? What does it feel like? You know, virtually, visually, spend that money on those things that you want. Feel that pride that you earned it for yourself. Picture yourself doing random acts of kindness in the community and stuff like that. Yeah, you're not physically living it just yet, but that's not the point. The point is that you need to live it like you have it already for it to become evident in your physical world. And you will feel good. You will feel good. You will have your ups and downs because, you know, a lot of people are only after that instant gratification. If I just do that, I'll feel good for that moment. But you're always going to go back to these old limiting beliefs and limiting behaviors. So at the moment, like I say, and I said this yesterday briefly, Spirit touched on everyone's cleaning up their physical surroundings because we are preparing and pre-paving our energy for something that's going to come in, and it's going to start unfolding over the next couple of weeks. I can guarantee you that. It's going to be specific for you. But what's actually happening that Spirit brought to my awareness this morning is that it's actually an emotional shift. So you will not be able to manifest positive emotional shifts in your life with this your dream career, awesome clients, aligned partnerships, anything like that, if you're still holding on to emotional baggage from the past. Give yourself the time and the grace and the respect and the loyalty and the dignity to look after yourself right now, first and foremost. Because what you want you to, it's going to come in. It's going to feel emotionally safe, emotionally secure, emotionally stable, all that sort of shindig. But you need to get into that vibration first and foremost. Otherwise, you'll get these new opportunities and these old triggers will come up for you again. Old addictions, old behavioral patterns or whatever, and you will sabotage it. And that would be a really big shame. So even if you do sabotage it, that doesn't mean that anything's going wrong. It just means that you're going to have to, once again, withdraw your energy, reshift it, refocus it, and kind of start again. So yeah, I don't know whether that just made sense. It's just coming out like it is lava. But that's what I have for you guys. I hope that helped. Obviously, continue to subscribe and like and share. I'm going to share as much as I can with you guys. But if you have been someone who's been seeking an emotional relief or emotional stability and security, it doesn't matter how it's going to come into your life physically, because it is in the coming weeks. We just want you to experience and receive it in the best possible version of itself that you can. So all right, guys, I love you. Have an amazing day. Yeah, keep an eye out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll come back on, jump on. But I'll probably do a live tomorrow at some stage for our energetic check-in for the week ahead. So love you guys. Happy Saturday. And stay true. Love you. Bye.